In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up auto shoutouts using the Mixitup bot. I also use OBS when I stream. This is really helpful if you're on stream teams or if you have a bunch of other streamers in your community that you network with and you want to have it so every time they send a message in your chat for the first time, they'll get an automatic shout out in your chat. That way you can focus on streaming and not having to try and remember to shout out everybody that comes into your chat. So in Mixitup, what we're going to do first is create an action group. So this is just going to be the chat message for the team or that you're going to assign to a group of people. So I'm going to go to create new action group. You can label it whatever you'd like. I'm just going to call it like example shout out. Just for the purpose of this video, we're going to add a chat message here. Okay, I usually just leave these. So you're going to do the command $sign username. That's going to input their streamer name. And then they last streamed, you can write this however you like, but you just got to make sure that you put $sign user stream game. And if you like, you can have that hyperlink in there so that people can click on it to go directly to their channel. And that's $sign user URL. So I'm going to save this. So this is the only thing I do in here is I'm just setting up this, this chat message that I can assign now to a bunch of individuals. So it's added to list. So the next step for this is we're going to go to the event section. So here is where you can kind of trigger an automatic response to certain events that happen. You're going to want to, for this one, go to chat. And then you're going to go to the one, so it's under generic, which they all are for chat in this section. And it's called chat user entrance command. So since I already have some examples in here, it does give me the option to test it or edit or delete. If you haven't sent any up yet, though, it's going to say add command. So then you'll click add command. But essentially, it's going to probably look the same. So I already have some examples here from stream teams. But what you're going to want to do is how I got these here. So let's say I didn't have these here. These are all kind of like their own set as well. But you're going to have a blank spot here. So when you open this up, it's just going to have the part at the bottom here for adding the action. So you're going to add a conditional action. So it's right here. Plus, and then so for this you're going to use the $sign username for your first value, and then you keep compare as equal signs, and then the second value is going to be their username or whoever's username you want to shout out. I always just keep case sensitive off so that I don't have to worry about that part. So it's like that. So what you can do is you can add a bunch of usernames, and how you do that is adding clauses. So what I usually do is I'll just push in a bunch of these here. And you'll pretty much get, you can have like a lengthy list. You could have like 50 names on here even. And you can add, remove, you can edit this list whenever. It's not set in stone, which is super helpful if you get new people to the team and that sort of thing. So once you have a list here, so what I usually will do is I'll eventually have a full list of names. So like filling this in, it's like someone's name, for example, name. I'm just doing this for this purpose. Okay. So I'll delete out any of the blank ones that I do end up having though. And then so to attach that chat command that we made in the action group section before we were in this area. So underneath the conditional, like within that section, there is going to be an action area here. Click that. And then you're going to put command in here. So action command, we're going to add that. We're going to keep this as the type is run command. And then your command type is going to be an action group. And it automatically added my new one in here, but you'll be able to see all your different ones in here though. So it pulled my example shout out chat message that I just put. What's really handy is that within the action group, if you like to have an image or a sound, some sort of other thing other than a chat message that will pop up on your overlay, you can actually add it in into the action group. So it's not just a chat message. You can add sounds, graphics, whatever you want to add to it. You can customize it however you please. So I can edit if I want to double check what I did here. This edit button here just goes back into editing that action group. So you can see there's a chat message here. So that's the one that I made up earlier. So say if I did want to add extra graphics or anything, I can do that in here too. So say you wanted to add a sound, you can just add it in here as well. So once you click save on this, you're going to have it set up so that the first time somebody comes into your chat, that's on the list here, the Mixitup will run the command, and in this situation, it'll put the chat message in. Tested. Also, you can label everything. So if you click on conditional, you can name it as whatever you want if it's for a specific team. So example, shout out. So then I can just test it here. And there you go. So there you go. Welcome in Eminesi. They're an awesome streamer. They streamed No Man's Sky and then it gives the URL in chat. So everybody will get that, whoever's set up in the list there. And then, yeah, you can add or remove streamers whenever you please from here. It's pretty easy. Just make sure you save it. And you can always test it. And yeah, so I have that set up to go through OBS. Hopefully this video is helpful. Definitely click subscribe and like to help support. And thank you so much for watching.